And yep, thank you. All right, then wait for something. Hi everyone. So please write down this. So last session, what we had a discussion about architecture, about rack data center disaster recovery. This session will talk about cluster configuration, how to design. So what we have discussed in first module, we have the POC in this session. Okay. So what we have now, uh, we talk about in the cluster. We have the components are SDFS and the sub components are name node, data node, secondary name node, map reduce, job tracker, task tracker. Let me just open my setup as well. Okay. So in the map reduce, we have two components, job tracker, task tracker. Yarn, we have a resource manager, node manager. So technically, this all called daemons. Altogether, it's called what? Daemons. We discussed about there are three different approaches to design a cluster: standalone, pseudo, and fully distributed mode, right? So in the standalone and local mode, we have a single machine. Okay, that is JVM. No daemons are running. It's good for debugging and running MapReduce program. This is good for the development. Pseudo mode, it's a single machine, but all the daemons are running on a same machine, single machine, and it's good for testing environment. Fully distributed mode, all daemons running, but it's running on multiple machine, and it's good for the environment production. All right. So we talk about the softwares what we required. Java, because this framework is written in Java. Linux, CentOS, Red Hat, and the software called Hadoop. No matter what setup you're doing, so we'll focus, we'll design this setup. Okay, and the two part, one is the configuration. So configuration divided in two part: operating system configuration and Hadoop configuration. If you're doing on a single node cluster, either this or this single node machine, right, you can skip the operating system configuration. Okay, you can skip this operating system because this will be by default what the value it has. Okay, you can directly jump to Hadoop, and the Hadoop we have a three directory: the major directory, conf, bin, and logs. So the conf directory what we have, Okay, Hadoop env.sh, which required to set the Java path, core sided XML, which is being used for the name node, Napper XML job tracker, master for masters, you see there. Secondary name node, slaves for data node, SDFS site.xml for the block size, replication factor, and it helps to set the metadata path. If all this configuration you have done, then you can go to the bin directory, which helps to run the bin to run all the command to start the cluster, you can say. So all the commands are available. So first command you will run sdfs namenode hyphen format. What meant? It has the two things. When you run this command, it has the two things, namespace id, and it generates the metadata directory. Okay, so you remember namenode holds the metadata in two different directory, fs image and edit logs. So how it get created means when you run this command, it will create automatically. Where it will create automatically? On this path. If you have set this path, last session we have discussed about this path. So this is how it go and check the path. If you have set, that's fine. If you not check, then it will create on temp directory. All right. If you not set the path, then it will, the by default path will be temp directory. Hope it's fine. Hello, you there? There's some network issue. I was disconnected. Let me know if you're there. Can you hear me?
Yes, Avi.
Okay, thank you. So hope you have started your machine. So start the Cloudera Manager. All right, thank you. So what is the namespace ID? A namespace ID is the ID given to the name node. It's very simple, like if you have the citizenship of this nation, how you prove that? You have the passport ID, passport number, or voter ID, or PAN card, or Aadhaar card. Aadhaar card is very important, right? So, and this is how the government run a system where you have to get access the services, and you get all the what all the you have been the rights, you can, according to the constitution, you can have it, right? So the same way name node said that I'm registering one ID. What I'm running one ID. So how name node come to know that other nodes are the part of the cluster? That's very important, right? So name node said that I'm creating one ID through which you have to get registered. If you're registered only, then I will communicate, else I will not communicate. Okay. So now all the daemons waiting for the name node this ID. So how this ID generated? Once you run this command, this ID will generate again where? On this path. If not, then temp directory. Once this generated, all the other daemons will get registered from this ID. I'll show you. All right. What next? After this, you have to start all the daemons. If this work properly, then you have to start all the daemons. Then you will type JPS Java process JPS to check all the daemons, and you say all the daemons will be running on your machine. In case if you want to stop the daemons, you write stop all.sh. In case if any daemon is missing, is not running, then how to do the troubleshooting? Logs directory. All the commands, every command which you're running, a log file must be generated. You should know where exactly the path. That's it. You can go and check that. In this log directory, when you open all the daemon, the file will be written there with the daemon name. Okay, the file will be written by the daemon name. Okay, so and the date wise also. So which date it is now, because it is creating every day. If you are not setting the path, the temp directory, it will creating every running every day. Then it will be day wise. It will be running. So you will open the current file, and you will check that what is the issue, and you will press the log, and you'll come to know this is the reason. This is how we do the troubleshooting. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, so this is all the steps through which you can design a single node cluster with all the daemons. But in practical, in production, we do not use this. Means it's a manual setup. We use a distributor like which give you the predefined cluster. Cloudera, Hortonworks, MapR, AWS, Redshift, IBM, BigData Insight. Okay, all this we have. All right. So enterprise level we are using, this is what we are using, the Cloudera. So in the Cloudera, I will show you this all the setup. Okay, how we have done. And I guess some issue. Let's get hanged, I guess. Okay, guys, just give me a minute. It's still initiating. So please write down this all, the path for future reference. So I can access my machine now. All right. So first we'll check the setup.
One second, Avi, can you just give us 2 minutes? Let me just quickly make a note of it.
Sure.
Almost done. Just give me a moment. Avi, can you just scroll down a little bit?
So guys, we'll follow this first operating system. So what are the softwares required? Java, Linux, and Hadoop. So this is what my terminal. This is CentOS. Okay. And this is the path we have Java. Okay. CD, where is the Hadoop? CD user lib. Hadoop and its other ecosystem components with ecosystems are available here. Okay. So this is the path I believe we have written there. All the path we have. So told you that this is sudo mode. So we'll skip this operating system configuration, directly come to the Hadoop directory. So in Hadoop conf, we'll go and check conf directory. This is the path for Hadoop conf. And system is getting angry, it's just be online. Okay, so this is the path, just clear. Okay, so this is the path. You can see all this core, MapRead, SDFS, site XML, Hadoop env dataset, all there. So I will just open and one by one on this file and show you the result. Gedit. So it's mentioned Hadoop env dataset being used to set the Java path. So here we have set the Java path. Cloudware is taking the path of Java from someone else, but when you design your own cluster, stand and sudo mode, you can just untag this, okay, and you can write the Java path what you have. It's all, I told you, it's all defined here. It's a predefined cluster. When you open your machine, then and designing the first time you set up, so it will be not there. So you have to type it manually. Okay. Next is what? Course addiction. Make sure that you're not going to make any changes. Okay. If any changes, it can be the problem. It's very challenging to find out this where exactly the changes we have done. So it's just for POC. What we learn, we are doing the same practical. Course side XML. So this is the property name. If you want to write, you can write down. Right. FS default FS. This is the name node property. There are multiple properties you can write it. So for the name node, this is the, and which machine you want to make the name node, you can pass this. So right now running on local machine, so it's local host, local domain 8020. This is the port number. This is the port number given by the Cloudera number. You can make the changes. You can do it, but make sure that this port number should be unique. Okay. Clear? I repeat again, you're not supposed to make any changes here. Next, map at site XML. So this is the property for the, if you're doing 1.x job tracker. This is property mapper.job.tracker. Which machine you want to make the job tracker? Let's say my machine is a name node, your machine is job tracker, other machine is task tracker. So whichever machine IP address you can write it if you're doing the multi-node cluster. Okay. .8021 is the port number, the default port number. Given by the Cloudera for the job tracker. All right. SJFS site.xml. So I told you that SJFS site.xml, what we have, block size, replication factor, metadata path. So if you want to make change the block size, sorry, replication factor, this is the common part, right? DFS dot replication. This is a 3. If you want to make it 4, 5, come and make the changes here. This is a block size. DFS dot. So remember the property name, that's very important. The value, I told you the memory value should go in the byte, right? Clear? And the metadata path is all the configuration. You can check it from there itself. Remember, we have talk about the path, metadata path as well, right? So this is the path where the name node holds the metadata. When you do this, you will get the permission access tonight, so you can run this command, okay, on your machine to get the access. this path. Close this. Right? There's a directory called current. So this is the file fs image edit logs. Okay, all you can see. This path is not mandatory, you have to write it. It's cloud data. Okay, next is what? Bin directory. Then you will start the cluster. So this is a bin path. Okay. So you see that SDFS, it kept all the commands are coming. Hadoop name node hyphen format. All right. Um, guys, I've given you time to write on this, right? Is the command. Okay. So in the bin first command, what you have to type? SDFS name node hyphen format. So under the SDFS is all the commands there, right? So you can try this. Although my already edited FS image is available, but still I'm doing again. Let's see what happens. Sorry. So see, this is the path because it see that already that is available. So it taken the temp directory by default. It is asking that Is this the path you want to create? Because on this path already we have, so I will say yes. Say no. Let's see. So save this. Now let's go and check this again. Cat. So no such file directory. Cat. Okay, let me go one by one. So you see here, it create the FS image and the version. What exactly version? We'll discuss. Okay. What next? Start all.sh. Already the daemons are running. How to check it? This is JPS to check the daemons, but remember, okay, version we have not discussed. FS image. Where is this namespace ID created? Yeah, namespace ID. Inside this, there's a file called version. Either this path or this path. Cat version. So say here the namespace ID. Set in there. Okay. Storage part name node. When you open the same thing for the, because this ID, other daemons will get registered, right? Let's say for a data node. So this, you will go to the data node on the same path and you'll open this. It will show you the same thing. The only difference is that it will return what here? Instead of written name node, it will return the data node. Rest information will say. Okay. So how to check the daemon status? JPS. As I mentioned already, it's running, so you no need to run this command. Start as JPS cd clear. So if you write the JPS, it will not show you because you have to take the permission. Cloudera have given you the admin access. It's admin command, so you have to run the admin commands with a sudo permission, super user. You see that. So when you make it your own, it not require the sudo super user permission. You can simply add JPS, but here it's required JPS Java Process Server, and it's all coming here. All right. Let me complete this. I'll give you sufficient time to make this to run this all the command on your machine as well. So let me complete this first. All right. If you want to stop, you can stop. So you can come and check all this property. This is from the terminal, but Cloudera Manager give you the advanced features. No need to go terminal and write the command. You can simply set the path from there itself. Okay, so let's go to the SDFS and check the same what we have done from the terminal. Go to the configuration. See all this configuration property is written there. If you want to make the changes of name node metadata path, you can make the changes, or you can define multiple path. In fact, that's not a problem. You can define the multiple path for the machine where the name node running for the. It's very simple, right? Come and add it. Okay. All the other properties, you just simply, if you know the property detail, you can come and make the changes from here itself. The best thing in the Cloud Earth is all the informations are written there, so you can learn as much name node in the DRS or directory what exactly, so you can go and read this. Okay, this. So if you really want to control your cluster, you should know as much as properties, features, so you can have a good control on your cluster. Safe mode extension you see here. Let me just, if you want to check it from the UI, so see that if you want to check the name node status from terminal, sudo jps, right, name node, and this is the process ID. But if you want to see it from the UI, 8020, right? This is the port number 50070. So you can write down 50070. It's a port number given by name node. Sorry, given by Apache. My mistake. It's a fix. You cannot make the changes. So anywhere you want to check the name node, you can write the name node, what the ID or server name, and then you define the port number. You can check it on your UI as well. Although it is running on local machines, I've written localhost 50070 for the name node. 50075 for data node. Okay. 50030 for job tracker. I hope you guys are writing this. It's all available in your machine, but yes, when you're this is the first time, there's a chance that you might get confused when you're going through this UI. Better if you write it down and then you can check it from your end later. This is the task tracker 50060 for other commands. This is secondary name node. See that this is the path where the secondary name node will make the backup. DFS as in none. This is the path. Let's talk about more configuration detail. Okay, this is secondary name node. If you want to check the configuration there. Secondary name node UI 50090. Small information. Let's hold this. Okay. Next. If you want to go and check the yarn, so this is all you can go and check this the property configuration if you want to make any changes. From there itself you can do all this. Okay. Node manager, all that is down. When we'll learn about node manager, you yarn, then we'll talk about this configuration and the UI part. Okay, so if you are all right, thank you. So if you're interested to design a single node cluster, if you want, let me just help you. So just give me a minute. Okay, so you can go to the website and go to the blog. Just system is getting slow. Allow me some time. So you can go to the blog. On cloud, on GCP, or on your local machine. Okay. Out of single 1.x. These are two things, right? 1.x and 2.x. So With steps there. The softwares are available on your website, provatech.in service software, you remember. So from there you can download the software as well. Okay, VM and VM player is already there. Ubuntu if you want. Write down the username password for Ubuntu. Username user, password itself password. Although it will be written there itself. You can write down this software. Username user, password its password. Last, you have already this set up, right? So now what you have to do it. There's all the process. You have to install this three software, single okay, Java, already Linux you're using Ubuntu there, and Hadoop. So however, Hadoop is also there onto this software. You can download it and then get it done. Do all the configuration. Once the step software done, then you can get this software configuration of one Hadoop and can smoothly work onto this. You might get multiple exception and it will be good learning for you as well. So this is all manual. When you'll open this, it will be completely manual. So you have to type it all this manually. It will be completely blank file. You have to type it manually, all this configuration. So it will be good learning. It will be good experience to learn this and design your own cluster. Okay, let me 1.x, 2.x, all there. If you want to do it on your cloud as well, it is written on AWS on GCP if you want, which what we have done on the same thing on the cloud. Okay, so we have given you this lab service access here. Hope you got it. Okay. Yes, guys, you can